we've got our own little system here, built us a whole road network, and carved the terrain out. It's not perfect. Made bridges. You can see they don't connect to the roads quite right. So there are definitely some areas of improvement. Hi. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. Feigl. I wanted to spend a week looking at the cheap and free AIs and see where you could get to on the dirt cheap. It actually took me 10 days, but I've always liked World War II dogfighting games, so I used 4 AIs to build this dogfighting game, and at the end I'll go into all of that stuff. But I'll give you the code in the link in the repo, and there's no license, so you can free to download it and update it how you want with AI and take it on as a challenge, maybe to change the world or to fix some features that are broken, or style it in a Ukrainian supportive theme, something like that. So let's get into it, and I'll be back in a minute. So while the game is loading, I'll talk about a little bit. The game I created was Dogfight 1940, and it's a very complete world generation system with destroyable buildings and objects, and you fly around. And we're going to start with the combat mode off. Here's the help system on the left, and I'm using the sort of arcade mode controls. You can see up here the settings for that and the health and score and everything. The health system, the plane doesn't take damage at the moment, but when you do the combat mode, the enemies will just shoot you down right at the moment, and so with all of that. Again, I'll put the code in repo in a link, and you can change this world how you want using AI, do whatever you want. Just look at it, see how it works. Good job. It is not easy. 10 days of my time, about 12 hours a day, literally, and really make something of quality. Used a couple of 2 cheap AIs and 2 free AIs, and I'll go into flying around the world and destroy buildings. And I like the radio towers a lot. Falls in a little, like a radio tower would fall, so hopefully you'll take this on as your own challenge and change it how you want and theme it. Sort of a World War II theme, although it shoots some show me what you created. Let's go up and take a look at the world, see what, and I've built much larger worlds 4 times on the side, but with all the things going on, this is about where it goes to. And I have smoke trails disabled and some other things disabled that do exist. There's a lot of things in here. We've got our own little system here, built us a whole road network, and carved the terrain out. It's not perfect. Made bridges. You can see they don't connect to the roads quite right. So there are definitely some areas of improvement, but overall I was really happy with it. Where I got it to, but at the end of a week it just wasn't ready for it to really work, because the AIs don't know what's going on all the time, and they lose context, and while they could, if they knew everything, they could probably do a better job. When they reset, they just struggle a little bit at times, and do a lot of code review, some manual editing on the heads-up display you're looking at and things like that, but overall it wrote all the code. So I got a couple Easter eggs. So over here is the Kremlin, because, of course, let's take a little look at that. Silica. Take a little strafing run. The old red square here. Oh, destroyed it. Oh, what's that? Oh, Ukrainian flag rises. Nice. Let's go over here and see what else we got. That's the one Easter egg. This freezes on your thing. Go through the settings and change things to less. Things aren't, they're not consistent as if I'd handwritten it. Everything's just super consistent and everything. They use these really big models very much, and so unclean in there, but it's, you know, it's Microsoft 2018 delivery quality. It's just not my delivery quality. What is this over here? It's like the Moskva. What are you doing? Look at the sink. Let's go take a strafing run on that. Be sure and tell Captain Dennis that he can come and shoot the Moskva. Oh, sink! Oh, where you belong. Still a bounding box up there. So there are some issues here and there figure out. And again, just go to the repo and download it. Have fun. I'll show you in the next section a little bit about how to run it, but I don't want to spend too much time on it because it's really for you to see how you can interact with code with these types of things. Oh, made it through. All right. Not a recorder, it runs a little faster. All right. Crashed out. I almost forgot to show. Almost forgot to show off the combat mode, but if you turn on F4, it'll generate, and then we'll shoot you dead. I've shot one down, but definitely needs some work. You know, there's an auto target. I probably would have killed him on that one actually. You gotta gain some altitude in order to affect it. They're just too good. Okay, I hope you like that. I really like it. I think it was really cool at the end of the day. All credit to the Godot team. That's a fantastic application, engine, everything. I thought it was great. The Jolt Physics library in there is also fantastic. All credit to them. This is not like a from scratch game. This is a game on top of an engine that already exists. And with lots of things like particles and many things that made this game possible at this level. I used Claude Sonnet 4.5 command line with the $20 a month subscription, and I blew that out quite a bit. That wrote the bulk of the code. That's the model I would trust for most things on the cheap. I used ChatGPT online only. That was, I can't remember which version of GPT, their current version of GPT. And that did a great job making assets. It made all the images, which I thought were really great. It wrote some of the initial code, although Claude Sonnet really wrote most of the code. And uploading and downloading the zips wasn't very handy. I know they now have a command line interface that I should be able to use, but I will try that next time. The other two I used were OpenCode, Big Pickle, and Quen. I can't remember the free model that they have. Those were very good at planning. I put some notes in the description. Planning, and what I would often do is have two of them plan and pump that to Sonnet to also plan, given that information, in order to save tokens and start with some good context about the issue, and then have Sonnet write it. I would use ChatGPT. I would upload the zip and ask it questions whenever there was an issue, and it came up with very good recommendations. It had difficulty like recreating zips at times, although it did it many times for me. So that's the pipeline I would use, is ChatGPT for general assets and anything worldly. I would use Sonnet to write it, and I would use the free models for planning. So I'll show you how it runs, and if you want to stick around for a little bit of the technical, I won't take too long. But again, the code is in the repo. Please do whatever you want, and let me know where you end up taking this, and appreciate that. And let's take a look at some of the technical details. All right, so you've downloaded the repo and you're in the directory. The first thing you want, and you've installed Godot, You can use either the .NET version or the non-.NET version. And the first thing you want to do is do import and make sure that everything imports. That error is okay. Okay, imported fine. And then to run it, do the same thing in that directory and just run it. And what you'll see is loads a bunch of stuff. Here's some components it registers, so it does it as a component system, and some building templates. Then it goes and makes a terrain. Then it starts making the road network. Then it starts placing buildings and all of that type of stuff. And it takes a while to load. All right, let's kill that. Those errors at the end are fine. They're just saying it loaded. All right. If you open Godot, open whatever, but I've already opened it, and load it up. Comes up with the thing. And now here is the project with all of the things, and you can play in Godot with it. What I wanted to show you is how to export it. So I have two exports set up. One is a Mac runnable, needs to be set like this. Okay. Export project, and then don't have export with debug, and export it to a disk image. Okay. Now go to Dogfight executables. I've already put some things in this folder. I'll show you in a second here. But here is the disk image it's busy creating. Okay. Finished it. All right, so now we should open it. And then we can just copy this down here, place the one I had. You can run it right from the thing, but if you run it, that's how I ran it in the video. So, okay. Then the other thing to do is go to Godot, and you can make a web runnable, a WASM, whatever it's called, and have that set up. Export project again. Don't do it with debug. No, that's the other app running. Let's quit that. Choose save. Yes, replace. And it'll go and do that. Now, the way this works is these are in a directory called Dogfight executable above, one level above. What we need to do is we need to copy the start cores server to wherever you want to run it. And the reason is if you look at that file, it does all the cores and cross-origin stuff that you need to have the server in order for the browser to accept it. So if we now run Python 3 in that directory where it put the HTML file and stuff, it'll just sit and run a web server. And you open that up, and it loads, and it will run in the web browser also, and you can make other types of executables. All right, that's basically all the technical information I really wanted to provide. You can use AI to find out everything you need to know. Good luck, and again, let me know, and hopefully some of you will do some Ukrainian themes. I'd like to see that. Might take a minute to load in the browser, and appreciate it. And if anybody needs anything done, I've got some spare capacity at the moment. All right, bye.